Good morning, everybody. Back over here this morning where I parked the 350 down there yesterday. I still got to cut a little bit more dirt back, but what I think I'm going to do first thing this morning is go ahead and take the 220. Since the 350 is already down there, I'm just going to leave it there and load out a few loads of clay into the off-road truck with the 220. Go ahead and back down there and stage it, dump that dirt out. That way when I go in there with the 350 and dig that core trench, my dirt's there and it is ready to push back in, because I'm not sure how fast that's going to cave in. And pretty much now there's going to be more digging down there, so I'm going to leave the big machine down there for right now and just load dirt with the 220, as it will be a little bit faster to dig that side of the pond dam with the big machine. Let's get everything fired up and start digging. Let's see how many scoops of dirt it takes to fill the truck up with the 220. I bet it's going to take more than 5. Oh, this feels like a teaspoon now. I might have to go get the 350. It'll take twice as long to load the truck. It'll take 10 scoops. Probably 11. Well, it'll be fine for 6 or 8 loads, and then I'm probably gonna load the rest of the dirt with 350. All right, let's go stockpile some clay, so that once I cut out that core trench, I can start filling it back in. Let's load some more dirt. It's probably the last load of clay I haul. Run out of room to dump. Once again, I spent all morning on the phone with people trying to organize some help up there in the mountains, and there's no answers to what they need help with as far as, you know, being able to get equipment in. I got some friends trying to get some equipment up there, and nobody's telling them where to go, what needs help with, and all that. I told them, I was like, as soon as y'all get something up there, let me know. I'm willing to come help. And even if I just break away for a weekend and go up there and run their equipment, I'm willing to help out. But you know, that's almost 6 hours away from here, 5.5, 6 hours away from here. So there's a lot of lost in communication between here and there on what is able to be done. You know, a lot of those towns, the houses and buildings are gone. There's really, I mean, yeah, you can help with getting the people out, but as far as like helping clean up anything, I don't even know if they're even going to be able to rebuild anything. So it's like, you know, that's kind of not a good route to go right now. You're not really going to accomplish anything. Main thing is be able to get access to the areas where people are still trapped. And unfortunately, I don't know if I have the resources to be able to build a road across a river. I don't know. It's one of those things. You just don't know what's going on. But I told them to call me as soon as they get something figured out. So we'll see. I'm going to keep moving dirt and get this project as far along as possible. Just wait and see. Big load of dirt. Dump truck's working out really good. Whoever cleaned this thing, you would never know this thing had 3,700 hours on it. All right, hauled my clay. Let's go down here. Truck set up good. I like the big door right there. A little easier to get in and out of. Tailgate's working good, being able to haul another scoop or so of dirt. Let's walk down here. Got all my clay piled up. I'm gonna jump on the 350, rake that dirt out. I think I can back over top of that with the dump truck and maybe load some of that sand out and haul it over here and dump it over the backside of the dam. Kind of use it over here for my fill material for the back slope. I think those are just sticks that floated down here. Hopefully the beavers aren't trying to plug up my little drain pipe. That's a lot of dirt for 5 loads. So I'm gonna load out this sand right here. I was gonna dig my core trench and load that dirt out, but there's so much dirt right here when I pile it up. Be all in the way, so might as well just load this out. It's a little more topsoily anyways. That way when I dig the core trench, I just pile all the sand up over here and then use it wherever need be. Sand isn't pouring out over top of all my clay I just put down. That would really defeat the purpose to cover the clay in sand. dump that. Alright, so I hauled some dirt out and I'm making another cut. Going down deeper than I said I would, but I want to get some clay down there as far as I can. So I pinched this down like 4 feet. Now I'm cutting this trench out. And I'll jump on the dozer and push that clay in there and just kind of keep working my way back. Haul a few loads of clay, push a few loads of clay in. Go from there. Dang stuff caves off as fast as I can dig it. Back a little bit more. Okay, let's dig some more sand out here. Got that filled in. That's probably enough sand dumped on the backside for right now. Just keep throwing it up here. Makes a little more sense to have it all on one side. Have to kind of dig out a little section at the time and push clay in there. If not, it just all keeps collapsing. I'm already using more clay than I figured it would take. But you just can't, you know, back home you can just dig a core trench the width of the bucket or dozer. You're good to go. This material just doesn't stay vertical. Digs easy though. That's the nice thing about it. It's easy to get a scoop of dirt. Sand. Not dirt, sand. I have to dig clay from. The good thing is that blue clay is right there. Thank heavens. I wasn't planning on digging this deep, but it makes sense to dig down another 3 feet farther and go ahead and tie into that layer of blue clay. At least I know at that point I got a good seal. Filled in, then I'll run the compactor in there, because I'm afraid that as soon as I start doing that right now, all these banks are just going to cave off and I'll be back to square one here. Everything's holding up a little bit better now. I'm following that layer of clay back up the hill. I'll probably go on back there behind the machine and then just tie it back in. So you can see probably about 4 or 5 feet down, you have that layer of black material right there. That's the original grade of the tree line over there. That's the topsoil, and then you have your sandy subsoil below that. Right there where that fell, I'm tying into that blue clay down there. So let me go ahead and push that clay in here before this fills up. Give me a little bit of a lift in here. Then I think I'll be out of clay. I'll probably go ahead and run the compactor down here, pack all that in. Then I'll roll it in with the truck when I start bringing more clay down here to stockpile some more, so when I cut back I have material to fill in here with. Alright, so I'm getting ready to move some more dirt here. Getting this topsoil stripped off, just throwing it over here by the wood line so I can cut this clay out. I went ahead and took that tree down, and I'm just scraping this, laying it over here. Once I cut that clay out, I'll just push this dirt back down in here to fill all this in, or put some topsoil back over top of everything I've cut out is the plan. Luckily it's kind of turning into more clay here now. There's a lot of topsoil down there. I was like, man, got to move 25% of the dirt to get to the dirt I need. It's adding up. Worst case, I can cut it down a little bit lower and then just fill it back in with this if I have to, which is probably what I'm going to have to do. Brushing the burn pile, start loading some dirt out, moving it down there. I like to get work the rest of the afternoon here on that. Kind of got a little bit of a late start here this morning between doing all that. Took a little while longer, but once once I get that core trench cut out, I can really start dumping dirt in there. It should speed up a little bit, is my plan. I'd like to get the second half of the pond dam brought back up to grade before putting the overflow in. That way all my dirt's on that side. Then I can do the overflow and start filling everything in there, is kind of what my main goal is, I guess. So between today and tomorrow, should get a lot of dirt moved for that. Hopefully put the overflow in next week. Then start putting more clay on top of it over the weekend. I'll have some help. Should definitely make some good progress next week. Forecast looks good, so I'll work as much as I can at it. Back to moving dirt. I've already hauled a few loads down there and stockpiling some more so I can dig that core trench back a little farther and push some more clay in there. And then once I do that, depending on how deep I have to go, I may swap out machines because I'm about ready to start loading dirt with the 350 again. This one works pretty good because I can takes twice as many scoops, but some of these areas got a lot of roots in it. I can kind of pick them out a little bit better. 350 hogs dirt. It's not finessable to sit there and, well, it doesn't have thumb on it. Pick little roots out. Beautiful clay right here in this ridge. Kind of got out of that gumbo-y stuff. Well, there's still some gumbo-y stuff, but not like over there. It's like 2 feet of it. Looks like chunks of concrete when you dump it out. You run over the dozer and still bounce over the dirt clods. I think maybe one more after this is going to be all I can dump. I'll go down there and cut some more out, push that in, and finish the day out. Just hauling clay down there. I'm going to build that core up, just a good vertical layer of clay, and just kind of keep backfilling that sand so I don't waste so much. But I've talked with Charlie a lot. He's not too terribly far from here, so he's dealt with a lot of sand, and he's gave me some good pointers on, you know, the best way to do it when you don't have enough dirt to do the whole pond dam. He's like, just get that core trench in there and just get you a good layer to seal it. Brian's going to try to burn that pile this weekend, and there's that layer of good gumbo-y clay on the edge of the pond. So between doing a good clay core and I'm going to line the front face down there with that, should be good to go. Like I said, the pond held water as is for 60 years, but I want it to last a lifetime. So, bouncy, bouncy. Need to level myself up a little bit. So, alright, let me go dump that, get one more load, and we'll go jump in, getting some more dirt cut out here. Laying a little bit over here. Trying to, this stuff's staying together a little bit better, kind of do more of a vertical layer of clay here, so I'm not using up so much. It might have been best that I kept the 350 over here because this is a lot of dirt to cut out. So I'll keep digging this back, push that clay in there. I should have time to make one more round today, then probably get that pushed in for this evening, and then tomorrow work on hauling the rest of the dirt down here and shoot some grades and kind of get this pond dam back out to grade. I don't know if I'll get all that done tomorrow, but we can have good intentions, right? I know the sand is different down here than it is back home. This would have never held water back home, and it did here. I know I've said that 50 times, but this is the first pond dam, other than down east, you know, but it's more of a just dig a hole, because everything's sand. There is no clay. This is more southeast. There's layers of clay, but a lot of sand. That old blue stuff down there, that does not let water through. It is the gooeyest stuff. It is hard as concrete when it dries. I mean, you could pave a road with it. As soon as it gets wet, back to mush. Well, I'm going to keep making sand castles here. Go ahead and push all that clay in there. Haul some more dirt. A lot to do. A lot of work. This was kind of extra here. I really wasn't planning on having to re-core half the pond dam. But need to make sure it's done right. Oh, that's caving off. Time to push that in there before we have a big problem. All right, we're hauled another 5 loads down here, and that's pretty much gonna finish out today. I'm gonna take the dozer and run down here if I have time and spread this in here. What I think I'm gonna do first is come down here on this edge and blade down it, let a little bit of sand go over. Now that I got a big row of dirt, I can let a foot or so of sand go over and kind of help keep that clay channelized so I'm not wasting so much. And kind of every lift I build up, every time I dump it, push a little bit of sand on that edge and just kind of keep bringing it up as I go. And I think I can keep that clay a lot more concentrated right there in the center where it matters. So good progress for today. Should got everything stripped up there and ready to dig out more clay. So once I get to 350 back over there, I should speed it up a little faster as far as loading all that clay in here and bringing it down here. So more progress tomorrow.